Hey guys, welcome to today's Q&A soft ramble with some personal attention thrown in along the way. I'm going to be combing you as was requested with a soft ramble, but the soft ramble is going to be me answering some of your questions. So, the first, get my little nose in it. The first question is by Andrea Buttercup, and she asks me, what's your favourite book? What is my favourite book? That is a toughie. That's going to be a toughie to answer. I really love... I have so many different books that I've loved at different stages of my life. I think my first ever book that I loved was Pride and Prejudice. I read that when I was about maybe 13, and I love Elizabeth Bennet. I love that she's a little bit of a rebel. She laughed at men, and she kind of didn't do what society wanted her to do. So I loved Pride and Prejudice for that. And obviously the romantic part of it. Mr. Darcy, everyone would like to find a Mr. Darcy, right? But I also really loved Sophie's World. If you've never read Sophie's World, I would highly recommend it. I love that book so much. Yeah, it's been a while since I've reread that one, so maybe I should do it soon. I also really love the Harry Potter books and the Twilight books. I don't know what it was about the Twilight books. I don't know what it was, but they were just... I just couldn't put it down. Just could not put it down. And yeah, they hold special memories due to things that were going on in my life at those times when I read them. So I also just really like mystery books, crime, thrillers, anything with a twist, or anything a little bit weird. I've got a few autobiographies that I'd like to read as well, mainly comedians, but I don't get a lot of chance to read because I'm constantly working on projects, but I need to put more time aside for the things I love, for relaxation. I need to do that. So do you. Okay, the next question is by Virtually Real ASMR. Shout out to Virtually Real ASMR. And he asked me, if you had to describe yourself in 3 words, what would they be? Okay. Top top of that list, it's got to be organised, organised, organised. If there is ever a friend in your group who is the organised one, the one who has schedules, the one who can be relied upon to book things in advance, the one to sort of maybe organise a night out, organise a trip, organise your birthday, organise something big. That's me. I am highly organised. I have lists and lists and lists of things so that I don't forget things. I like to do things way in advance, and then can't be surprised. Bad things can't come along and sort of ruin it because I've already done it. So definitely organised would be the first word. Okay, the second word. I would say, I'm trying to find the right way of saying it. I guess critical. I am a typical Virgo. I am the definition of a Virgo. I'm really critical of other people. I am very critical. But I'm critical because I know things can be improved upon. I'm trying to help, even if you don't want that help. And obviously there are times where I'm being critical, when I'm just being judgy, and I can be really judgy. I have to admit, I can be super, super, super judgy. But you need to understand that no matter how critical I am of you, I am 10 times more critical of myself. Trust me, anything I do, in my head, I'm thinking, you could have done that better. You could have done that better. There are ways to do that better. So, people think I'm very critical of them, but if they could get in my head and listen to what I say about myself, they would be like, wow, she needs to chill out and just realise not everything's going to be perfect. My stomach is going really crazy right now. I've eaten, but obviously I have not given myself enough time for it to digest, and now it's deciding to digest now, so I'm so sorry if you can hear that. There's nothing I could do. Nothing I could do about it. So yeah, organised, critical, and probably the third word is weird. I am quite weird. If you get to know me well, I'm gonna be the weird one in the group. The weird one. Sometimes weird and funny, and sometimes just weird. Why did she just do that? Why did she just say that? The only person I know that finds my weirdness hilarious the whole time is my son, because we have the exact same sense of humour. But he's 7 years old, so obviously I have the brain of a 7-year-old. Yeah, my friends sometimes just like, okay, why is she doing that? But in public with people I don't really know, I'm not weird. I keep my weirdness for behind closed doors. So those are the 3 words I would describe myself as. is 2 questions. The next 2 questions are from Clincy Andromeda. Clincy Andromeda. Clincy Andromeda. The first question is, imagine you have surpassed 100,000 subscribers. What would you do? If you mean what would I do with the channel, like how would I celebrate, I would probably do a live, something like that. Maybe try and do a whole day of live. Or if you mean what would I do, sort of if I wasn't already doing it full time, if 100,000 subscribers meant that I was getting enough views, then I would definitely give up the day job and do this full time. That is what I really want to do. That's what I really want to do. Hopefully before 100,000 subscribers, hopefully that will happen before I get to 100,000 subscribers. But we'll see. We'll see. I'd also really like to start a purely mukbang channel. I'd love to do that because I love eating, and I mean, that would just be amazing, just making videos of me eating. But that would be only if I had time to do 2 channels, which I don't have time at the moment. And the next question is, does your kids like to do ASMR and play video games? So I have a son. He does like ASMR. If I put it on, he will start watching it with me. If something catches his eye, he'll stop and he'll just watch it and go into a trance. He has, when he's poorly in bed, I put my videos on for him to get him to go to sleep when he's not feeling too well. He likes that, he finds that comforting. And also we are planning on doing a little bonus video with him in it soon. So that will be cute. And video games he is a avid video game player. He is very, very good. Very, very good at video games. And he just calls me a noob. Mum, you're such a noob. I mean, he's not wrong. He's not wrong. So, he likes to play Roblox. And Switch games. And he has a tablet as well. He doesn't play Switch too often. He'd rather play Roblox because there's so much choice. He can just flit between he can flit between games. He gets bored quite easily, so after a little while he just wants something new. Okay. The next one is from Articulate Design ASMR. Shout out to Articulate Design ASMR. He asked me, how has your experience been in the ASMR community so far? So, before I started making my own videos, I was pretty quiet on the comment front. I would put video on and I would purely watch it to help me get to sleep. I didn't comment. I rarely subscribed to people's channels, mainly because I didn't really understand how YouTube worked. I didn't realise that commenting and subscribing and liking all helped that channel. Until I started my own channel, I never really knew much about social media. So I was pretty bad. I didn't get involved in the community at all. It was only when I made my own channel and then I set up Twitter account, and I would see comments that were like really lovey-dovey comments, and at first I was just like, yeah, this is cringe, I don't believe a word of it. But now I like to think I've made quite a few friends in the ASMR community. I feel like a lot of creators have let me into their world. I am a new creator, really. I've only been doing it for a year. They don't have to converse with you, they don't have to help you out, they don't have to say nice things, they don't have to do shout-outs, but they do. And I have had so much kindness shown towards me from other creators, as well as my subscribers, my followers, and you don't expect it to make you feel the way it makes you feel. You're really, really appreciative of it, and I always say this, that comments are my highlight of the channel. Like, getting comments is like my favourite thing, honestly. It's like getting instant feedback from your work or instant gratification from your work. Just really lovely. I've had a really positive experience of the ASMR community. Really positive. I would say 1%, if that, negative comments or negativity, and the rest has just been really welcoming and really helpful and really lovely and really supportive. Yeah, I'm just really grateful. I kind of feel like I've found my people. It's taken quite a few years. Like I say, I'm quite a weird person, so obviously I have friends, but not everyone gets me, or I can't share my full self because people find it strange. So yeah, I feel like I can be me for the first time, and that people actually enjoy the real me. So yeah. And he also asked, was it any different changing from a viewer to a creator? Okay, so I've kind of already answered that, in that I didn't really, it wasn't very often that I would comment on a creator's account as a viewer, but I do now, and I mean every single comment I make. I try and comment as much as possible. I have so many artists that I watch, and I still watch as much as I did before I started making my channel. And now I'm more willing to check out new creators. Before, I would literally stick to the same handful of creators, really. But now there's so many, and I can't keep up with watching everyone's new videos. It's just impossible. But yeah. Okay. Douglas asks, I'd be interested to hear something of your life in Spain. Could you speak Spanish before you lived there? Okay, so I first moved to Spain when I was just before I turned 14. Couldn't really speak any Spanish. I did a little bit at school and that was it. So no, completely didn't speak any Spanish. My family decided to move out there to give it a go. So my sister had already left home by then. My brother was quite a bit older than me, so he stuck around for the summer and then he went back to the UK. But I went to an international school out there because I was starting my sort of GCSE 2 years prior to taking my GCSEs, so I couldn't go to a Spanish school because it would have set me back in terms of where I was at in my education. So I went to an international school out there, which was English speaking. And I was out there for a couple of years, did my GCSEs out there, and then I came back to the UK to do my A-levels, and took Spanish as one of my A-levels, went to university to do Spanish as a major, and had a year out in Spain teaching in a school. I lived in Pamplona on my year out, which is in the north of Spain, in Navarra, which is like the Basque area of Spain. So they spoke Basque and Castellano, and I taught English in a Spanish school. I was an assistant, and still did some studies on my year out as well. So yeah, I basically lived there for 3 years of my life pretty much, and then I got a job out of university translating up until last year. And he asks, were you replaced in your position as a translator by technology? Yes, I was. It's fine. I'm not bitter at all. But yeah, it was half the people, half the office were made redundant. And to be honest, I think if they could have, they would have made everyone redundant. Before I left, we had to sort of edit what the AI technology had written, translated, and it was awful. So I don't know how everyone is getting on there now who's had to deal with that, because the people who stayed weren't going to be translating anymore. They were just going to be sub-editing what the computer had written. So just basically looking for any errors in what the computer had written. And to me, that is really degrading. Like, you've been a translator for 20 years and then you are basically demoted to editing up a computer, and the computer's just doing it all wrong when you can do it right, and you're just being paid to make right what if you'd have just written in the first place, it probably would have been just as quick. So yeah, that's what happened. And now I've heard that the company has been bought out by a software developer, so we can see where that's going. We can see exactly where that's going, and so I'm glad that I'm out of it, to be honest. Glad that I'm out of it. So good luck to the company. I don't think, yeah, it was a bigger company that took over the company I was working for, so it was just a subsidiary, and I just don't think it was important to them. I almost felt like they ran it into the ground on purpose, that was the main point. I don't know. So yeah, it's sad, but everything happens for a reason. So I haven't lost too much time worrying about it or being sad about it because there's no point. Okay, Tinglestorm ASMR, shout out to Tinglestorm, Tinglestorm ASMR has asked me, what's your favourite ASMR trigger to perform? I think it has to be the light trigger, because I enjoy light triggers probably the most anyway. So when I'm editing it, I get tingles. I especially like the bigger light. I like the strong light. The strong light, I really like that. And I first found that trigger on Samuel ASMR. Samuel, shout out to Samuel ASMR. He has a big round light that he and I loved it so much. So I've incorporated that into quite a lot of my videos recently. So that's definitely my favourite to perform. Okay, Whispered Facts ASMR, go check out Whispered Facts ASMR. He has asked me, because he thinks he's hilarious, what's your favourite Weetabix topping? Because he calls me Weetabixy. So, what is my favourite Weetabix topping? I'm actually going to answer that question. I don't put any toppings on. I like the taste of Weetabix as it is. Obviously milk. I don't like dry Weetabix. But yeah, I never put any berries or anything like that on it. I like milk, and that is it. My son loves putting honey. He has a nice drizzle of honey on his. And my rabbit likes to eat the Weetabix dry as a little treat. Sometimes we give her a little bit to eat dry, and she loves that. So yeah, we're all fan of Weetabix in this house. Random question. Okay. Yolama ASMR. Shout out to Yolama ASMR. I will put all these creators' links in the description for you to check out. Yolama ASMR has asked me, do you prefer to create content for YouTube or for TikTok? Controversial. Okay. They're very different beasts, aren't they? Very different beasts. I think I definitely have more fun with TikTok. I have more fun with TikTok. I can be more kooky with TikTok. I think because it's only 1 minute per video, so if it doesn't do too well, it's no big deal. It's only a minute. Whereas if it's a 20-minute video, you can experiment, but that's a 20-minute video. That's a long time to get something really wrong if you're experimenting something and it's too out there, or people are just like, what are you doing? So I really love TikTok for that. I don't have to prepare, I don't have to edit, I don't have to have anything fancy. I just ad lib, I just go for it, and have a lot of fun on that. And also, I get a lot more views on TikTok. I get a lot more followers on TikTok, a lot more comments on TikTok, a lot more requests. So it's very gratifying. You feel like you're reaching a lot more people. So I do love TikTok for that. But YouTube is it's just different. You put more heart and soul into your YouTube videos. You prepare your ideas. You take your time. You really want it to, be as perfect as it can be. You want it to be tingly. You just want it to work, I think. But obviously it takes a lot more preparation. It takes editing. A lot more ideas are needed. Yeah, I like both for different reasons. I really do. Okay. Dune ASMR. Go check out Dune ASMR. He's asked me, do you have a favourite hobby? It's just probably going to be reading or jigsaws. I'm very boring. I am really boring. When I do go out, I love going out, but I don't go out very often. So if I've got time to relax at home, it would be a book or jigsaw. Really, I'm so boring. What's a dream country that you would love to visit? You also asked that. What dream country I would like to visit? I don't really think there's anywhere specific. Really, I've been to quite a lot of countries. I think I'd quite like to do Canada. I'd like to go on the sleeper train and go through the mountains on the sleeper train. I don't know why that really appeals to me. So I'd love to do that. And obviously would love to go to like a tropical location, just purely relax. Or I'd like to do a meditation holiday, properly get away, no phone, healthy eating, maybe yoga practicing, meditation, that sort of thing. I would absolutely love that. Maybe I'll do that sometime in the future, once my son's grown up, because I just wouldn't enjoy leaving him. There's no chance. If I'm going to do holidays now, it's with him and do fun holidays, like family holidays. But once he's older and I don't have to worry about that, then I'll do some more things for just me. So yeah. What's the funniest thing you ever came across throughout any of your jobs? I don't think I can think of anything. The funniest thing. That's a hard one. Funniest thing. Well, I've worked in so many jobs. My first job was in a butcher's, and the grossest thing about working in a butcher's was we had to serve tripe. I don't know if you know what tripe is, but it's I believe it's like the belly fat of an animal. It's like white jelly. It's disgusting. And you had to cut that if people wanted a certain weight of that. That was a disgusting part of my job. And then I worked in a clothes shop, like an independent clothes shop, and that was really boring. Then I worked for Greg's, the pasty. I was going to say pastry. Pasties. They bake pasties. I did that during my A-levels and a little bit of uni. And that was actually good fun. I had a lot of friends working there. So we did we were up to lots of mischief doing that job. Then I worked for a water company on the phones. And then Not that I can think of. I'm sure there must have been moments, but I remember my boss falling off his chair. That was quite funny. If you're watching, hi Moo. We were throwing a paper ball around the office, and he went to catch it and he went backwards and fell straight off his chair. That was hilarious. Oh, another time, I don't condone this, we had a very love-hate relationship, me and my boss. We started on the same day, so we were friends, but he became my boss. I was very young, so I was doing stuff I shouldn't really have been doing a lot of the time, and I got away with it. But he had a fan that would move directions, and it was a hot day, and I said to him, like, can you move it so that it hits me as well? And he was messing around and was like, wouldn't move it onto me. So I told him I was going to stab him with my pen, my biro pen, if he didn't do it. And he didn't do it. So I stabbed him. And he was so shocked. He was so shocked that I did it. He had a little pen mark in his arm. And obviously that's not okay. It's not cool. That's not okay. But that was the kind of relationship we had. It was we were quite close. We were friends, really. But we'd get on each other's nerves as well at the same time. But yeah. I also bought him, the first year we knew him, the first year we'd worked together, it was his birthday, and I thought I was hilarious by buying him a How to Make Friends and Keep Them book. How to Make Friends and Keep Them book. He was like, what is this? But I thought I was hilarious. But anyway, moving on. This is the last few questions, and it's from Peaches ASMR only. Shout out to Peaches ASMR only. Peaches ASMR only. And she asks, who are your favourite ASMR artists? Oh, I have so many. I guess at the moment, not. I've got lots of favourite ones, but the ones who I'm getting the most tingles from at the moment is Laughing Heart ASMR, Laughing Heart ASMR, Laughing Heart ASMR. I really love his channel. I do. Karuna Satori. I watch all of her videos. Alyssa ASMR, Alyssa. I love her chaotic sort of style, and you never know what's coming with her. I love her lives so much, and especially her TikTok lives. So yeah, I love those guys. And Peace and Serenity. But honestly, I watch so many videos from different artists every day. I couldn't possibly list everyone, just too many, and they're all really good, really good. Okay, who inspires you? Do you mean in the ASMR world? Inspires my style, in terms of my style of ASMR. I think I definitely have inherited like a mixture of obviously I've got my own style, but like I think I have like a mixture of different artists. So I think in terms of like, I like how GB does, literally every video is different. Like she experiments all the time and keeps it new, and I like to think that I try and do that, or at least that's how I want my channel to be. I don't want to just be doing like follow my instructions or just trigger words or just, you know, one thing. I want to be able to try now and again new things, even if the views are low. I don't care, because that's what keeps leaves it entertaining for me and fun for me, is to be able to do whatever I want, really. So that sort of style, obviously not her style of ASMR, but the fact that she does lots of different things. I think Alyssa has very much inspired me in terms of like to just be a bit weird. It's okay to be a bit weird. You know, just come up with things as you come up with them, and it probably will turn out quite well. Also, I quite like, I think Karuna has inspired me in that she's herself. She comes across as herself. She doesn't try to be someone else, and I hope that that's how I come across too. I try and be myself. I try and say things the way I would normally say them. I've noticed, because I've been recently looking through old videos for a compilation that I'm going to be making, and my first videos were just so wooden, and obviously I was getting used to the equipment, the microphone, how the microphone worked, getting used to which rooms sounded good, getting used to backdrops, getting used to conversing with essentially a phone, a camera, and just relaxing into it. So yeah, I think I like Karuna's style. She doesn't edit much out. If she makes a mistake, she kind of just leaves it in mostly, which kind of helps the flow of the video, I think, rather than lots of editing, which is what I used to do. I was so intent on it being, no mistakes, that it kind of, the editing was too much and it ended up ruining it. Batala, I like Batala's style too. So yeah, lots of people have inspired my ASMR. I'm always looking at different videos to get new ideas. I hope I always sort of do a shout out to that person when I've seen it, because I would never take anyone's triggers and make it my own, or I always want to show support and let everyone know where that trigger's come from. But yeah, it's really inspiring just watching everyone else's videos, and yeah, there's always new things. And what are your favourite triggers? This is the last question. What are my favourite triggers? Well, I quite like light triggers. Light triggers I like a lot. I like sort of scrabbly, scratchy, scrabbly, scurry, and like long nails on a cushion or something and scurrying towards you. I really love when Alyssa did, she had a long ruler and she walked the plank, but she had like a little squishy. She walked the plank with the squishy. That was really visually pleasing, and I really like her lipstick trigger. She gets the lipstick in the case and makes lots of cool sounds with that. Hand movements, I like slow hand movements. Face touching, and I really like the airport role play when they're patting you down. I don't know why, I just really like that. And I really like there's so many, like a chiropractor role plays when they do the cracking sound. That's lush. That is lush. So yeah, but there's loads. I love quite a lot of triggers. I quite like it when things are not expected. That's when I get the tingles. When I don't, say if I've got the ASMR in the background and I'm doing something else, and I'll just get the tingles of like, oh, what was that? And I'll look to see what it was that made me tingle. So yeah, it's when I'm kind of switched off from it that I'll get the tingles the most. But even just watching it without the tingles is entertaining for me. I like visually pleasing ASMR as well. Like, I know I have quite a boring, plain, simple background to my videos. You know, I don't wear colourful things, but I really enjoy it when other people do, like Luna Bloom. Love her aesthetics. You know, when people wear wigs, like Elizabeth Lestrange, her beautiful makeup and wigs, which I just can't do. I'm just hopeless with that kind of thing. Yeah, there's so many cool creators out there who are very visually pleasing. So I hope you enjoyed the ramble and the combing, and I hope you got to know me a little bit better. As you can see, I did not prepare any answers. I wanted it to be more authentic. So I know some of the answers are a bit but I hope you enjoyed it nonetheless. So if you're not already asleep, it's time to close your eyes. It's time to drift